No, I can't. No, because I don't want to put a name on it. Yeah. Something's gone wrong with YouTube. It's not showing the chat. For some reason. Okay, so we're live on the Twitch. YouTube chat is not showing. Okay. This is a head scratcher. Can I go to my live? Okay, so channel's live on YouTube. If I go to the actual stream, can I go to the actual stream? Okay. I'm not sure what's happening here. Is this? I don't know. Okay. That is mental. Okay, it shouldn't be a problem. That's not the channel I'm logged into. Okay. Oh, happiness. Thanks for the sub. Oh, that's fucking weird. Can't. The count is switched. The count is go live. Page. Click on it. YouTube chat is not shown. Oh, there we go. We're back. Okay. So I just got a new sub from Hap Beans. Does a gaming channel. Alright. There's okay. We're good now. We're good now. I also need to do something else. Close that. We're starting soon. We're starting soon. I'm just sorting out the little things. I need a Twitch. No. It's stream elements actually. Can stream elements do a bot on YouTube? That'd be handy. Anyway, I think I need to go to the bot. This chatbot. Timers. Way up. Live streaming. I post this in YouTube. That's my latest video. And then if I pin message, yeah. So on YouTube, you'll see a pinned message of my latest video, where Linus Tech Tips came to me in a dream last night, and I made a video about it this morning. And then on Twitch, there should be a timer every 20 minutes or so, and I should post a link in the Twitch chat. But I'll post it now, just to get the ball rolling. Okay, so I'm a fucking idiot. Let's. So I am an idiot. I have been worried. I've been wondering why my camera, my webcam, has been focusing on this background and not on my face. And I went in and tweaked a few settings today, and it's much more in focus. I think I need to keep tweaking it, but like it's a lot better now. Look at that, like, wow. So I've been like streaming. Oh, the other thing that I made a mistake of, there was another setting on the webcam in OBS where the sound, my voice was delayed. No, sorry, the video was delayed. So when I said one, it would come up when I did that. So it would be like 1, 2, and there was like a delay, and I fixed that, so now it should be good. That's going to help me in when I'm recording videos as well, because I've been recording a video, taking it into my editing software, and then I noticed it been off a little bit, so I just tweaked I just moved the sound file. But like, this is going to help now because it should record at the exact same time. What else? Right, we have that sorted anyway. I'm a bit more in sync, and I'm more in focus, and I've got zoomed in a little bit more as well. I tweaked that as well. Ooh. Windows open. I think I'm gonna go close that window. And this makes me happy. This makes me feel like I'm more confident making videos now because the audio's in sync and it looks a lot better. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy. We're going to like. I'm probably going to do a little bit of Geoguessr and then back to Broken Sword 2. So I want to finish that. Make sure everything's working now. Yeah. Test chat. Yeah, that's working. See? It's working like that. Oh, right there. There. Feel free to chat. It'll come up here. Feel free to press follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. That should come up as well. Actually, do I even have the chat always working? That would mean check stream elements again. I think it's in stream elements. Overlays. Alert box. And emulate a that's yeah, it works. It works. Cool about it. All right. YouTube is working. Twitch is working. Please check out my new video if you haven't already. I've got 366 subscribers on YouTube and 385 on Twitch. The Twitch is winning at the moment. Followers on Twitch. Bandle. Let's do a quick bandle. If you don't know this game, you should, because it fucking slaps. Think this is it? Yeah, there we go. So you guess the song. You're given the drums and bass. Well, drums, sometimes it's just drums first. In this one we're doing drums and bass, then organ, electric guitar, 4 electric guitars basically, and then the vocals. It's hard, so part 4. So people usually get it in 4, and it was 1985. Really bad at guessing the drums. I'm gonna play that again because usually drums and bass, the bass line would usually help me out. That just seems to be following the guitar line. From 1985. Very embarrassing if this is a song I played before. I used to play bass in a band. Played guitar in a band too, but I was a lot worse at guitar than bass. So let's try with the organ. Definitely an 80s song. Like that last bit of the bass line sounds familiar. Let's try it with some guitars. Hmm. 1985. Right, let's try with all the guitars. This is what people usually get at par 4. Best days ever. Summer 69. I fucking have played that song. It's Summer 69. Was that came out in 1985? I have played that bass line. That's why I fucking recognize it. I'm an idiot. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Well, make a good clip anyway. These were 18 minutes in. Now I think we shall quick GeoGuessr before we get into Broken Sword 2. It'd be helpful if I skip to it. There we go. Alright, we got big statues, Summer Olympics, and zoos. I don't want to play zoos. Summer Olympics. I don't think I've played Summer Olympics first before. Games of the New Millennium was held here. That a map of it? Because that kind of looks like Australia. Games of the New Millennium. Ibis Hotel. Really nothing I can go off here. Games of the New Millennium. It's definitely, it's not China, is it? Very clean streets. So 2000 ish. I don't remember where the Olympics were at that time. Fuck. I mean, oh shit. What's happening? Don't want to be in Antarctica. It was fucking Sydney. I said Australia. Kind of looked like Australia. Failed that one. That's on me. That was a weird shape of Australia, but like, oh, right. So, biggest cities or pizza? Pizza. Here you can find Pizza Crunch, a whole pizza that's been battered and deep fried. Glasgow. If you're deep frying a pizza, it's got to be fucking Scotland. There, look, it says Glasgow. I called it. I called that one straight away. I called Australia as well, for fuck's sake. Ah, now where? Glasgow Cathedral. That has to be Glasgow Cathedral, is it? What do you reckon? No, maybe not. Necropolis, maybe? Castle Street. What was the name of the street? There's a street name there somewhere. West George Street. Oh, how far away was it? That was pretty good. Churches, big statues, or biggest cities. Let's try church. Fuck off. We're gonna feature one of the largest organs in the world. This church's music resonates through the city. That cannot be an organ, though, is it? There's no way that whole building is an organ. I got one of the largest organs in the world right here. Grabs crotch. That guy's got an axe. Hotel Ericsson. D for Ericsson. Don't know who that is. But sounds Danish. Copenhagen. Redux. What is it? What is it? Ericsson, was it? Town. It wasn't. It was Iceland. Oh no. Okay. That's still giving me the same three choices. Church again. How is that a church? Fusing art and nature, this chapel stands as a testament to faith and creativity in the desert. Phoenix, Arizona. That's a church. A testament to faith and creativity. The Dona city code. So, but that's in Phoenix there. The Diocese of Phoenix. So we're looking at Phoenix and Sedona City. Let's go. It's gonna be outside Phoenix, but let's go Phoenix for now. It's gonna be in the desert. Hold on, hold on. Oh, how close was it? Not very close, because I was looking along here. And it's this patch up here. Good enough to win. Good enough to win. Move on to the next one. Zoos cities are biggest city. Zoos churches are biggest cities again. I'm going to stick out churches. Wow, that's actually nice. Nestled in a canyon, this Gothic church is built on a bridge spanning a river. Site of devotion. Wow. Alright, so is it France? Can't tell. The church is on the bridge, so people come in one end and out the other. They're forced to go to church to get through. It looks like there is a way around it, but okay. Any language you can read. What's in focus? I reckon France. Very spectacular. Can't read anything. I have no idea. Yeah, 9 seconds. What? Yeah. No, Ecuador. Bollocks. No, it wasn't Ecuador even. What was that? Colombia. Right, we failed. That's cool. That's enough for me. We can now move on to the game that I said we were going to play, which is more Broken Sword, Smoke and Mirrors. The Smoke and Mirror. Then we're going to play GTA or something like that. Oh, we've already done this one part. I definitely saved it. So this is George Stobart. Should be in the game now. I always forget to change the game. Change the screen. So, yesterday George Stobart came into chat. Or someone claiming to be him. And,
Nico, I have a great idea.
gave me some hints, which was fun. That's loud. Is that very loud on... I can't tell now. That was loud for me.
George, where have you been? Never mind that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but,
Don't argue, Andre. Give the stone to George.
well, of course. If you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
George, he told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Oh, but it was true. If it hadn't been for George, I wouldn't be here now.
It's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The best lead that we have is Coromonte City.
Coromonte? It's in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
Oh, fuck me.
Quaramonte, the traveler's rear entrance to Central America. Well, that's how it was translated in the brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Transglobal seemed a good place to start.
Ah yes, this is where we left off yesterday.
Hey, it's market day. I don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Transglobal.
Why is she cosplaying as like a military person?
Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely?
It's his
You
fault,
must
isn't
have
it?
been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something?
Got a dog
Would
biscuit?
you like a biscuit?
Gourmet dog? Have you been eating those things, Georges?
Sure, they're great.
There's a lot of space in his pocket, doesn't he?
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh. Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, Georges.
You have to exhaust
Why are
all
you carrying it around with you?
I don't know.
avenues.
I just can't seem to part with it.
He needs that for something.
Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather
Well, do you know
used to
what?
work in a
I need a
foundry.
coffee right now, but ran out of
Take a
milk
look at this.
and coffee, mate.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
The only,
Take a look
the only
at
milk we
this.
have is coconut milk.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubier's house.
Right. Oh, there's someone to talk to over here and here. The goats over here. Talk to these people. Let's talk. Don't know why you can talk to the goat. There's loads of people to talk to. Wow.
Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. Can we get a cab to the capital?
This is the capital, Quaramonte City.
That's it.
When's the next ship out of here?
Senor, don't
He
you
wants
like
to.
our
He wants to
beautiful
leave straight
country?
away.
Oh yeah, it's like a little piece of paradise right here on Earth.
Then why you wanna leave?
I'm just plain homesick, like it says in the song.
A word of warning, senor. If you feel like bursting into song, bite your tongue.
Huh?
There are official restrictions on music in Quaramonte.
Oops. My butt was just on stream. Okay. Ask more about the music.
How come music is restricted in Quaramonte?
It is part of a great cultural enrichment campaign. Traditional Caramonte music is considered unsuitable for these fast-moving times. Nuestra Senora has decreed that only one category of music is suitable.
What's that?
Easy listening.
Okay. About that boat.
We've had enough. We're going back to the ship.
Okay. You show me your brown card?
Huh? What brown card is that?
The official exit visa.
It's gonna make me talk to every
Wanna buy
cunt.
something?
No, not really.
I got cabbages. Buy a cabbage, senor.
I don't think so.
Buy a
I
cabbage.
didn't come all this way to buy vegetables. Listen, have you heard of Condor Transglobal?
No. Buy a cabbage. I'll give you a discount on bulk purchases.
Buy
I'm
a-
not
buy a
into
cabbage.
cabbages.
Have you ever seen anything like this before? Aye, Tezcatlipoca. Put it away, senor. Tezcatlipoca brings nothing but evil.
The poor guy was so freaked, he didn't even mention his cabbages.
See ya.
I need a cabbage though. How about sending me a cabbage?
Inside the hut was a chair and a small table.
That's helpful. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. Let's see what we've got to eat.
Hi there.
Apples?
What have you got for sale?
Okay.
I said, what have you got? Oh, never mind.
Really don't know
Hi.
what I'm supposed to be doing.
Lovely bread.
Okay?
Bread. Pan?
Si, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
What? This is just wasting my fucking time. I bet the goat will have more fucking information.
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
Si.
Hey! Mind the footwear, lady.
What? The goat and nothing.
In Quaramonte, defacing a poster was probably a capital offense.
Let's ask the fishman.
Do you have crabs? Only fish. Nice fish.
Thanks.
If by some remote chance I ever need a fish, I'll be back. Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, Night Hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Go away.
Before I go upstairs here, I'm going to talk to her. She looks American.
George Stobart, well of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged.
That's weird.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Okay.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one. What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart.
Guys,
tipped with a
play
fast
music
acting,
is a bit loud.
muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot. Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hog plate.
Do I really need to like do every
Take a
little
look at
bit of
this
this?
coming, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the
She's
sun.
wearing
which
her
is due to
specs.
occur in a
What
few
the
weeks'
hell?
time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested. What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Hoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Oh my god.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywhere. The market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the Great Design.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoil sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own?
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
Oh Lord. Oh my god, why
Dwayne's
more?
still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
Catch you later, Pearl.
Oh, let's talk to the musicians.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Oh, fuck off. I will be back. I go for a smoke. That's just a pain in the ass. I have to go through all that again. I'll try something right now. No, it won't work. If I don't have the thing. Right. Why am I asking the musicians about this?
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing
Oh, Miguel.
folk
I thought that was the other guy.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Guaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the
You're as
accident.
old as fucking Biden.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
No, really, they're good.
We'll take your word for it.
At least the chat is working. Just wanted to make sure. Is Twitch chat working?
Have you any idea
Yeah.
what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
So, anyone watching on YouTube or Twitch, you can chat away.
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying the thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
Sure, it's Tezcatlipoca. But it's only a little carving.
It brings death, senor. Death and destruction.
Ooh. Worm?
What do you make of this little worm?
No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't? Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
When did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was here, at the docks.
Good memory.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
It's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
Nice.
What was the ship with the condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the Condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Interesting. Come on. What's her name? Nicole.
Hey, Nico!
Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering...
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Quaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
She has to turn her whole chair to him, like. Oh,
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident? It was sabotage. Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Takalaka, how's it going? Over on YouTube. From Westeros? Oh, is that Game of Thrones? Bet is watching the new one. What's it called? House of the Dragons. Have you been working on that one?
Do you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed. Now the entire operation has been closed down.
Oh my god. Here, do you want a dog biscuit?
Would you like a dog biscuit?
Would you like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
Jesus, she's fiery redheaded. Oh, don't give her the panties.
Would you be interested in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious. They were an unwanted gift.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
That is just weird.
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Caramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
By the way, Tack, there's a new YouTube video up. If you want to check it out.
Can you tell me anything about this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Is there anything else I can talk to?
Where's the site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Caramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I have no idea.
Oh, that was really helpful. Let's talk to this. No, don't go outside. Talk to this guy. Don't go outside.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Caramonte
Just finished a
City,
14-hour
may I
shift on an
recommend the
NDA project.
Consolidated
It
Mining
can't be named.
experience,
Haha.
an interactive
Actually, no.
hands-on
Talk to you
tour
during the
of one
week.
of our deepest mines,
Watch the
with
video.
talking
Great
tour
stuff.
guides
Have to
available
hop
in
off
3
now.
different
Oh,
languages.
Tech.
A tour of a mine.
Tech's
Well,
me.
this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
But yeah, fair play to you.
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
Check out Takalaka's YouTube channel. He's well, if it's an NDA, I can't really say.
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
That it? Can I go in behind here? He's gonna bitch at me.
Keep out of there.
See? Why was that an option?
That's where the explosives are stored.
I had nothing else to talk about.
Can I talk to these boys?
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know. I've never seen one. All I know about eclipses is that you shouldn't try to view them with the naked eye.
Please. Go away and let me get on with my work.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Can't you see I'm busy? If I don't finish this stock report, the boss will be mad as hell.
No battery on the bus for another hour. Off on Thursday, possibly. I can't believe we've just done 14 hours. That has to be something good then. But do text me if you can.
Did you know there's an eclipse of the sun in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party.
Thanks for
We're
dropping
all
in though, Tag.
invited. Me and the boys are dressing up as evil monks.
Yeah? Cool.
Is that it?
Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
I'm getting no information from these guys.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
No.
Oh, that was
Do you know
helpful.
anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I heard it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days.
Thanks.
That's it. Very helpful. Not. Can I go into the shop? Yeah. What's polizia?
I have done just as I have been instructed, Professor. With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavation. Ah, I have visitors.
What a
Just
creep.
remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quarmonte.
Oramonte.
My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Oh, really?
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
Right. Let's
Have
speed
you
run
heard of
this.
a guy called Karzak?
No? No, I never heard of him.
Liar.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Claramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Whoa. The cat jumped up on the laptop.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, senor. Quarmonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit.
Should probably jump up on me in a minute.
Ronaldo will only be too
Which is
pleased
fine.
to conduct a guided tour. When he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Oubier, a visitor, senor.
That was
like
Oubier?
yourselves.
Did you say Oubier?
Si, senor. Professor Oubier, a French archaeologist.
You didn't think that was important when the French woman talked to you a second
What's
ago?
Oubier doing in Claramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious
And does she
past,
not know
senor.
Oubier?
The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan
Didn't she
ruins.
go to France
He
to
came to
talk
see
to
me
Oubier?
to get an excavation permit.
We've had enough of Claramonte and we want out.
Am I stopping you?
The guy at the docks tells me I need an exit visa.
Ask Ronaldo. He'll make the arrangements. That's what he's here for.
You want a dog biscuit?
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Senor Stobart.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
He's gonna like the panties. He's a
Take
creep.
a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
The lady at the mining company told us a ship belonging to Condor was here
He
recently.
said, yes, it's
Conchita
Condor.
Garcia is
Never
crazy.
heard of them.
If there had been a ship, do you think I wouldn't have noticed?
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor, whoever he is.
Record of companies registered in Quaramonte.
He doesn't know who Karzak is,
Of
but
course, senorita.
it's got nothing to do with Condor that he knows nothing about.
All the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
Last thing to ask him about. He's gonna want them.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso.
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you, I never heard of the guy. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing. I'll be back. It was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it. I didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games.
Looks like Space Invaders.
I decided to leave the television switched on.
Gonna talk to him again?
I'd asked him all I'd wanted to for now. I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's. Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
Oh, more.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
I'm trying to get out of Quaramonte.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd be able
Why
to
does he
buy
want to
back
leave
half
so
of my
much?
family.
Never mind them. What about my visa?
We don't take visa.
I didn't ask if you take a visa. I want you to give me a visa.
I can't help you, senor. I don't understand these things.
Want a dog biscuit?
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Do you recognize this statue?
It's Cantico. The night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General.
I need to
keeps me
stay
in the
awake
dark
as
about most
long as I
things.
can. Last night I went to
So long.
sleep early and I woke up at like 3 a.m. He's not gonna let me look at this, but
Senor. Leave that child alone.
alright. So I have to distract him. Then we can come back in here and look at the chart.
showing the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general didn't want us to see it. You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe, but that guy's weakness isn't in his foot. That man we saw talking to the general was Oubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Oubier, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah, it's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte.
It was obviously the guy who knocked her over the head. Ooh, what's happening here? Tintin. Holy hell. Broken Sword. Broken Sword 2, yeah. Broken Sword 2. The Smoking Mirror. No, I've played it loads of times, but I've forgotten it, really. Yeah.
The cell was vacant.
1, 2, 5, 3 and 4. I've only actually played 1, 2 and 4, I think. Is that Ubi over here?
The cell was vacant.
That must be Ubi.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player. Hey, Miguel! He didn't hear me. Professor Oubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
I thought that face was familiar. Remember me, George? Dwayne Henderson.
Hi, Dwayne. Just a moment. I have a few questions to ask the professor here.
Yeah, I think there's a new one coming out.
Does the name Karzak
Or a remaster or something.
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazakh, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
You killed your wife, didn't you?
I don't want to talk about her.
She was a... What was her name? Chloe Climax?
You shot her, didn't you?
No. I love
Oh, Carol. Carol
She
Climax.
meant the world to me.
Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals?
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
Including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
Now, what plot?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
gonna offer him a dog biscuit in a minute.
It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good. I can't get enough of these things.
No.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Do you see this label?
Yes. It refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that
okay.
company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
That was quick. It was quick for you to get just fucking weird, like.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
For me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale. The fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've
Why are
never
people
employed
weird
any
on the
kind of
internet?
servant, monsieur.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale. Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of
We
Darkness.
called it a different thing
Central
each
American
time.
god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means literally
Smoke and mirror.
There. You see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims, and victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Stealing trucks wasn't my style.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh.
Are you still working for... you know who?
Who's that, George? You know I'm retired.
Oh, nothing. Forget it. I confused you with somebody else.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Would you like a biscuit, Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The
Why would that be
leader of the
reasonable?
band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
Panties?
What do you think of these panties, Dwayne?
Lord, hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No, a guy we know in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then.
Jesus.
Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it. Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
I never heard of it, son.
What's in the truck, Dwayne?
Oh, just camping equipment. Sleeping bags and tents. Me and Pearl always hankered after a taste of the great outdoors.
Aren't you worried about camping out in the tropical jungle?
We had a trial run in West Virginia. This'll be a breeze in comparison.
Okay.
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Oh,
yes,
no.
she did.
She'll get over it.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor, and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
It's hard to, like, talk during this game because there's so much dialogue.
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
Who's that?
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother. Better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
The president is a woman. She made the son, the general.
Stealing trucks wasn't my style.
This guy's gonna be weird, isn't he?
Hi, I'm George Stobart. What can you tell me about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines after the explosion. Lots of folks lost their lives. I was lucky. I only lost my legs.
Do you know what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists, but it scared people around here, so I stopped.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No. Someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Really?
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought. Can you tell me anything about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah. Look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not? I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He's over there, talking to the bozo in the truck.
What?
Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon.
Uber, you fucking liar.
I had nothing else to ask him just then.
What? He just told you that.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Really? What about the panties?
What was it you wanted to talk about?
I didn't think she'd be interested.
In the panties. that were bought for her. That's silly. How do I get rid of the general? Okay. Probably the musicians. What was the point of that?
I had nothing more to say. Have you really never heard of Condor?
Of course I have, son. Matter of fact, it was old Dwayne's investigations scared him off.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Maybe I'm wrong, but you seemed kind of evasive when I asked you about what you had in that truck before.
Damn right I was being evasive. I couldn't talk in front of the foreign national, see? George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
What, wouldn't you die?
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
My fucking god. Is that Miguel in there?
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player.
Okay. So, I'll need the detonator. Let's ask her.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
I hear you drove all the way to Quaramonte. In a truck.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those roads. It makes me downright sad to think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the General?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen.
Catch you later, Pearl.
I never noticed that. So what do I do then? How do I get rid of the general? They know where a detonator is. No?
Tell me about the general. You know, the guy in charge around here.
We don't want to talk about him, senor.
How come? No one can hear you. Well, only that old goat.
In Quaramonte, we have a saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Go away.
Right. Untie the goat or something. No?
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare?
I can't simply give you a device like that, not without a damn good reason.
Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
The general has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're headed.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the general and his sidekick are there.
Hey! Stay out of that cupboard.
Clearly you have a
I
detonator.
have nothing else to talk about. I guess a mining company must use explosives, right?
Not in the accounts and ledger section, to my knowledge.
So Ubier has the thing. As a detonator. But if Ubier's with the general, then Where's George Sobert when I need him?
Could you distract the general while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, you'd make a great snake charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
Just move the camera. Okay. Oh, charge my phone. I was just about to make a coffee and I realized there's no milk. Oh, there's coconut milk. Let's try the coconut milk. And then it's nearly 12:30, so then I gotta go to bed. Right.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
He's supposed to distract him.
I'd like to visit your prisoner. Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about this. I thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
So long. The safe was undoubtedly locked.
He has to bloody...
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear. Anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
Si, senor general.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Stobart.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
No, 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 senor. The general said nobody must see that chart.
What
He
the
won't
fuck?
know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, senor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Okay. I'd have to get rid of him.
Well,
The safe was undoubtedly locked.
my God.
Would you take my friend to the ruins now the general's gone?
I'd be honored, senor.
Thanks. I'll go get him. I had nothing else I wanted to ask him. I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple, Pearl.
Oh, that's just great, George. Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
Listen, sweetie. I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. What about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
As Pearl and Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid, I prepared to search the police station. It looked like a geological survey map showing the land to the southeast of Cuaramonte City. About 60 miles inland and upstream was an area marked Teoculcan.
That it? Might leave it here. Think I will. Think I'm gonna leave it here. We'll look at it again tomorrow. Ooh, that was quick. What was with that Tintin person? Talked about Broken Sword. Says he loves the series. He liked episode 1, 2, 5, then 3, and then 4. And then he just says, out of nowhere, he says, Irish girls are dirty. Fucking freak. Anyway. Gonna log off soon. Anyway, the camera's looking a lot better. Seems to be more in focus. So I'm excited to make some new YouTube videos. Now that I've got that sorted. Probably should sort the microphone out now. Next. Oh, Paul Barry. How you doing? Thank you very much for that. It's going to probably post up here right now. Oh no, it was a sub, was it? It was a sub on YouTube. Why didn't that come up? Well, it came up down there, but it didn't come up. Thanks, Paul Barry, for subbing on YouTube. I appreciate it. But we are about to finish up for now. Check out my newest video. I'm going to be making another video either tonight or tomorrow. If I shoot it tonight, I will edit it in the morning. But I'll probably shoot it in the morning and edit it by lunchtime. And it'll go up tomorrow night or the day after. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go now.